It's your man, Chris Gotrock.
What's up, my family? It's Maliki and Sweet Senorita.
It's your boy, Dirty German. This is All Mills from the Critics. I just finished my interview at C.O.O.L Radio, and I'm just letting you guys know that you guys need to tune in every Thursday at 8 p.m. because this place is wild.
Of course! Don't touch that dial.
You miss your diss, you understand? Keep it locked.
Yes, yo, welcome back to the show. You're now tuned to CFRE Radio 91.9 FM. My bad. It is your man DM Cool. And you're now tuned into C.O.O.L Radio.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
That's right. Tell a friend because we are on the air, live on the airwaves of CFRE, live over here at UTM, University of Toronto in Mississauga. You already know how we do on a regular basis. And with that being said, you know, I got some things to get off my chest just to get y'all warmed up. Later on in the show, we have my man Audric Rose, Sauga City representative, leader of the Black Rose Movement, coming in to talk about his new project 25. But before we get to that, like I was just saying before, I got some stuff to get off my chest, so it's time to let that ish breathe real quick.
Let this bitch breathe!
Shout out to Nas and Jay-Z. I never get tired of that tune. Anyways, I got this thing to get off my chest. So, for those of you guys who know me, you guys know that I am not really a big fan of ratchetness, unless if I'm making fun of it, of course. Now, one of the things that fit into that ratchet category, or that bracket, or the ratchet, and I was trying to make up an acronym off the top of my head. I couldn't do it. It didn't really sound that good. Anyways, but basically what you guys know what I'm trying to say is I'm not a big fan of it unless I'm making fun of it. One of the things I do find ratchet are none other than lace front wigs. Okay, now I don't like any form of it, any cognation of it. It's just not my thing. I don't like to see a line that's more symmetrical than mine when I'm going to the barbershop. I don't like to see the dried up glue on the side of the head when it's not done right. I don't like the fact that it looked like you dumped your head in a box of tricks or Lucky Charms when you came out of the salon. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of that. And then the thing I hate the most are the people who come up to you and they lie to you in your face and say, "Girl, you looking good. Man, I wish I had my hair done like that." All my African girls would be like, too cute, sweetie. It's like, no, you have bad friends. Your friends are lying to you. They're not good friends. Now, the only thing that's worse than that, and what I'm hearing as of right now, there are lace fronts for men. Ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, I've been seeing on Facebook and all over social media that lace fronts for men is now here. Now, you're not, I know you guys are probably thinking, you know, lace front wigs and everything like that, but no, I'm not talking about head tops. I'm talking about face plants. Ladies and gentlemen, there are lace front beards. Let that marinate for a second. Lace front beards, really? Now, if we're talking about, you know, like prosthetics and stuff like that, because you're going to be in a movie or a television show or like some sort of like dramatic play or whatever, fine, I can understand that, you know, for props and everything, cool. But why, in God's name, as a man, do you need to have a lace front beard? I'm sorry if you suffer from Anthony Hamilton syndrome, where your beard just kind of grows up in like little splotches and splashes here and there. But if you can't grow a beard, you can't grow a beard. That's just the way it is. And I know, you know, girls these days, they're loving off beards. I don't know when it became the norm. I don't know when, you know, girls all around the planet had one of those, you know, yearly meetings that said, okay, so beards are in, cool. But either way, you shouldn't have to go that far just to impress people. If you can grow a beard, grow it the natural way. If you can't, stick to a mustache, you know, a chin strap. That's what I'm kind of rocking right now. The goatee. There's a lot of things you could do with facial hair, all right? But if you can't, you know, do a beard, then you just can't do a beard. It is what it is. You know, some girls, they don't have booty. Some dudes can't get, you know, a six-pack. Like, it is what it is. But a lace-front beard, though? Come on, man. That shit don't fly. That shit does not fly at all whatsoever. So what I want to know is, what is that hair made out of? Because you have girls all over the place when they get their weave or their lace fronts done, they'll be like, this is Brazilian, this is Indian, this is North Korean. What would a male, you know, lace front beard have? Like, would it be like not acrylic? What am I talking about? Would it be what's that material that girls use for weave when it's not like real hair? Synthetic. It could be synthetic. Who knows? Maybe it's made out of shaggy dog. Who knows? Either way, I'm just not a fan of this. So if you're a dude who has a lace front beard out there, you deserve to get that thing snatched off the minute it is noticed on impact. I don't know what you're using to put it on. Super glue, crazy glue. What's that glue used back in elementary school? Was it Ilmer's or something like that? If you're using that kind of glue, it should get ripped off either way. I'm just not down. I am not down. And any dude who says to you, who has a lace front beard, who goes up to you and says, yo, dog, you're looking fresh, they're lying to you as well. Those aren't your real friends. Because no man would ever let a man in his crew rock a lace front beard unless if it's Halloween or unless they're doing some sort of movie or something like that. It just don't fly with me. That's all I got to say about the man, because that is not cool at all whatsoever. But anyways, on to more pleasant stuff. Coming up at the show, after the commercial break, around the 8:15 mark, we got my man, Audric Rose, leader of the Black Rose Movement. He is going to come through, and he's going to talk about his music right now. He's got a new EP out called 25, so we're going to talk about that. But before we talk about that, we got to get to some tunes, and I know how much you guys love your Canadian content, so this one comes by way of my man, Neo Tempest, and this is called About You, off of his Yours Sincerely album, so check it out. We'll be right back after these messages. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You're now tuned into CFRE 91.9 FM. It's your man, DM C.O.O.L. And you're now tuned into C.O.O.L Radio. Now, as promised, I did tell you guys I have a special guest in the building tonight, and he is here in the studio right now. We're about to get into it with him. He just released his new project, 25, and he's going to talk more about it with us. And as you can see, if you are in the UTM building, or if you can't see right now, he's decked out in all black because it is the Black Rose Movement up in here, and I kind of had to dress the part in it myself as well too. I'm talking about my man Audric Rose. Welcome to the show again.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, last time you were here, I think it's important to know that you were known by another moniker by the name of Shaka. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is, it's been about 1.5 years since you were on the show.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. So with that change, why the change?
I just got older, man. Mm-hmm. As my music progressed, so did my style, so did my image. I just got older. So with that, I went through a phase where it was just time to do a revamp, as I was just trying to switch everything up. So part of the switch up was the name change. So I did some thinking, with friends and family, and just wanted to have a name that's relatable to some of the things that I cherish and I care about in my life. So that's kind of where that all came from, and it was part of the regrowth, the new chapter, you know what I mean? So
That's what's up, man. Along with change, comes progression. So I definitely hear the progression in the music since the name change and everything.
Thank you.
Along with that change, the Black Rose Movement was birthed as well too. So what's the concept behind that?
Sorry. So the Black Rose Movement is just something that goes along with Audric Rose himself. I have a group of collective people around me that sort of help me do what I do, and without those people, like I can run the operation on my own, but you need to have your soldiers. You need to have a crew of people that are just there to support you and back you. So that's kind of where the Black Rose Movement came from, and it just stuck. I mean, black for no particular reason, really. It has nothing to do with me being black, but it kind of just flowed, and it just worked. It worked, and I wanted a movement. You know what I mean? Just something that people go by and they live through. So. Once the name was set, everything else just clicked, and now people are we're a family, man. That's all it is, man.
That's family at the end of the day. Kind of like Black Panthers, but without the
exactly,
without the pro black and all that.
Exactly.
That's what's up, man. So on your tracks, more often than not, I often notice that you let it be known that you're from Saga City, let alone being from Toronto. So where does your pride in being from Saga City come from?
Just growing up here, man. Like I was born and raised in Toronto, made the migration over to Mississauga, and I've been here for 10 plus years. So all my friends, my family, everyone I've grown up around has been Mississauga. The schools I've been to, the places I've worked, it's all been Mississauga. So just keep that's what I rep. That's where I'm from, So so I just keep it real. I'm not jumping on Saga, but it's not a Saga bandwagon thing. No, it's just. This is who I am, this is where I've been, and this is where I'm going to be. So,
all right. And I often notice, outside of Mississauga, I often notice that like a lot of people will kind of leave Saga out of the equation as far as like rap in the GTA goes. Like a lot of people will shout out, Rexdale, Scarborough, and all that stuff. So how do you feel about, Saga being left out of the mix sometimes as far as word of mouth goes?
I don't mind because I really don't mind. I mean, I'd love to hear it more, but people that do know of people from Mississauga that do music know that there's some talented cats in that area. So I just let the music speak for itself, and then let them ask where's dude from. Always from Saga. Oh, word?
Exactly.
Oh. So
raise the eyebrows.
At the end of the day, I just got to keep doing what I do and just deliver that good music. So
absolutely, and like there's a lot of guys from Saga that are like
it's
very well known as well too.
There's
and
a lot
like,
of cats out there for sure.
You say they're from Saga, it's like, oh, okay, that's what's up. It's a hotbed, man. It's definitely a huge hotbed.
There's a lot of talented cats out there. Shout out to the talented dudes that do what they do.
Absolutely, most definitely. Now, on this new project, which is called 25, it's the first project that's under the Audric Rose moniker. So what inspired you to make this project?
This project, to be honest with you, almost came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Like we had plans to drop another project first, and there's no set date. Tracks were done, they were mastered, and it's like, all right, well, we got some videos that we're gonna shoot, and then we'll start dropping these tracks, and then and I'm like, all right, cool, that's the plan. Yeah. And then one thing led to a next, and I had some other material that I was just sitting on, and I'm like, you know what? Like, what if I just gave them, I almost want to call it an appetizer, because it's 5 tracks. People that have heard me, they're like, yo, I need more. Like, you're just going to give me 5? But I'm like, you know what? Let me give them something short and sweet in the meantime that can lead up to the main album. So this EP, I mean, about 4 weeks, we're like, you know what? Let's put a project together, something short and sweet. We're gonna do 6 tracks, maybe 8. I'm like, you know what? I almost said 3. Ooh. But I'm like, nah.
You mean for that one, man?
I'm like, let's do 5. Let's give them 5 tracks. The feature came out of nowhere. Shout out to Toonie. And I said, I want to drop it on my birthday, like straight up. I just want to just boom. Yeah. Let people wish me happy birthday, and let me give them the gift of the music.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I just like, let's do it. What am I gonna name it? I'm like, fuck. And I had other titles that I was gonna go with that I want to save for other projects. Now I'm like, you know what? 25. And then when I said it to my dude, he's like, come on, man, you can't name it 25 by 9. I'm like, nah, hear me, dog. I already checked the Roman numeral XXV. It just worked. It worked. 25 album, birthday, drop it, done. Yeah. That's what it is.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I can't even get mad at it, man. Besides, you're giving people a gift on your birthday.
Exactly. I wanted to look back and say, you know what? I did something for my birthday, dog. I went out and I put a project out for people that love and appreciate good music. So that's
what's up. You can't ask for more, man. So on one of the tracks that's on the project, you have a track called Dime a Dozen, all right? Now, for those of you guys who are familiar with Audric's past work, this is a long-running series. This is the third installment in the series. So what I want to know from you, sir, do you constantly have, women asking you, on the low, hey, is this song about me? Like, what's going on here? Because, a lot of people would say you're talking kind of crazy about some of these females in the song here.
Good question. And to be honest with you, feedback from that song, majority of is women. Okay. Girls like, I love that song. I'm like, you what? Let me get you to repeat that again. Yeah. So, the inspiration to make that type of music is just either something that I've experienced or something that I know one of my boys, one of the man them has experienced. And I'm just like, you know what? I love to just entertain through my music. So, yeah, I do have girls asking me that. See, some people just listen to listen. Some people are listening. Yeah. So the ones that are listening say, yo, so what's going on in that song? Like, you're talking about this and that. And I'm like, honestly, the music just came together. So, I didn't name no names. I'm not, I'm not talking about no one, but I'm talking, So.
Yeah, no dry stitching over here.
So, yeah, I mean, another person asked me, are you going to keep that going? Now, I don't know, man. I love doing them. Yeah. There's only so many of them that I'm going to do, but I don't know. Maybe one more, who knows, but
Hey man, it's part of the Audric Rose theme, so I think it's only right they continue on. This is coming from the fan perspective over here. I'm just saying because some of those stories are legendary, if you know what I mean. Now,
fair enough.
Yeah. Now, speaking of stories and speaking of listening, as you say, how many times has a girl gone out to McDonald's with you?
Which girl?
No girl in particular. I'm just asking.
So that was a true story. Shout out to whoever you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say it was twice.
Mm-hmm.
But in the time frame it was, that's twice too many still.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And so they were just a little short on the cash. So when they knew it was their date or their time to pay, they had to.
It is what it is.
Give you that value meal with the 10 cents extra for the sweet and sour sauce.
It is what it is.
It is what it is indeed, man. So overall, what will listeners take away from this project?
To anyone who knows me as Shaka,
Mm-hmm.
growth, progression, maturity, I'm at a different stage in my life, so you can just hear it in my voice, in the content, in what I'm saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who's been with me as Shaka and still with me, keep riding with me, because I'm not trying to stop anytime soon. So as long as they're with me, I'm gonna be here. I need the listeners to hear what I'm saying, to elevate me and take me to the places I need to get and to continue to write great music. In terms of the people that don't know me, young fly cat, 25, music sounds great. So friends will pass it on to friends, which will pass it on to friends. So it's only a matter of time, so I just got to keep doing what I do, like I said earlier.
Exactly. Like I always like to say, that's how the net works, right?
It's true.
It's true. All right, man. So we're going to get into all that good stuff later on. But before we do that, we got to get into the game portion of the show. You'd be familiar with the format of the show. We like to play games around here.
It's been a minute, but yeah, I remember.
It's been a minute. We have some, new and improved games and stuff like that because, you've been new and improved in yourself, right? So on that note, we know how much of a basketball fan you are.
Yes.
So we have a game that's specially made for you right now. And this one's called Rose Above the Rim. And I feel it's so fitting that we play this little Jimmy right here, right now. We got to get into that, man.
You know what? Let me tell you something.
Yo, I had to play that, man. I've had that on my USB for like how many months now? I've been waiting to crack that open. Anyways, so this is how the game works. All right. So basically, I'm giving you 5 scenarios, and you're going to give me your take on these, all right? This is all NBA-related stuff.
Okay.
This relates to the upcoming season, which I can't wait for, personally.
Oh, man.
So first question, or first prediction, I should say, from you. Despite Kevin Durant's injury, will he repeat as the league MVP?
No.
Ooh, just definitive no, eh?
No. He's nice, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. He's missing something, and I think it's the team. They're missing something. But in terms of a player,
yeah,
I think LeBron got something to prove this year, man. Like he wants it, and he might get it, man. I don't know.
So this isn't one of the official questions, but do you think LeBron's going to get it then, if that's the case?
He has a better chance than KD.
Fair enough. Only because KD's injured right now. Otherwise,
no. With prior to injury, after injury, I'm sorry.
Okay, so what happened last year then?
What do you mean? What happened last year?
How come KD got the MVP and not LeBron?
Because hold on a second. I would say KD played a harder season because the West is crazy.
Yeah.
To come out of the West to play at that level every night. I mean, LeBron had a couple nights where let's let Bosh do this or let Wade do this. So
or let Bosh do this because Wade was barely doing anything last year. Let's be honest.
He missed a lot of games. That's true.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This year, it's going to be an exciting year. I mean, there's been so many moves in the league, so I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Most definitely. All right, next scenario. Will Wiggins become the Rookie of the Year? Mr. Andrew Wiggins.
He has a good chance. It's a very competitive class. So we can name a handful of names, but I mean, because he's of that tier of a selection, I mean, we would like him to get it. He's the favorite. He's Canadian. Salute to him, But I don't know. I really don't know.
I've actually heard more American pundits say that Jabari Parker will be the Rookie of the Year, but I think that all stems from the Canadian bias, in my opinion.
He's more of he's more of an overall player, I'd say.
Yeah.
So I can see why folks would be saying that, but I don't know, man. It's gonna be a tough one for sure, and it might not even be any of those two.
Yeah, it's true.
So
It's true. Could be Dante Exum.
True.
You never know.
True.
Could be Caboclo. all right. I was like, nah, I couldn't even say that. All right, he's still got a ways to go. Next question: what will be Miami's overall record at the end of the year?
Oh man,
I gotta hear this.
Okay, I don't know, but they'll just squeeze into the playoffs.
Okay.
7th seed.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 6.
Okay.
But that 6 is pushing it still. 6, Bosch has to go off.
I think no higher than 6, in my opinion.
Fine. 6 at best. I give them 7.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fight, though, because you still got Detroit. You got...
Detroit.
Hey, Detroit's going to have a good year, I feel.
Like, mind you, they got a great coach, Stan Van Gundy, but it's like...
He said Detroit.
It's like you're trying to make a sword out of aluminum, man. It's like... can't really do much with it.
All right, look out for Atlanta. They'll have a good run this year, too.
If Al Horford is healthy.
True. But these are the bottom tier teams. Like, there's a guaranteed 6-5, I'd say, that are going to make it for sure.
Yeah.
So they'll have to be fighting for those last couple spots. But Miami will make it.
Fair enough. Next question. Will LeBron James lead the Cavs to the finals this year?
Oh, shit. I don't know, man. Everybody's watching them this year. Mm-hmm. Their team, they're looking like the Monstars. Like, it's an unfair starting lineup. Like, the big three they had in Miami was like, oh, my God. But this is like, holy fuck. I don't know if I can swear on the radio.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is like, it's crazy. So, I'd say yeah. I think they'll break through the East almost no problem. Okay.
I would say no problem.
Okay, you got Washington.
Because now that LeBron has separated himself from Miami, it's like the powers kind of got evenly dispersed in a sense. Because you had Miami as like the number 1 team in the East. Like, we already know that they're running away with that. Okay, yeah. Number 2, it could, like, I'm just basing off of last year. Yeah. It was Indiana. Okay. And then from 3 all the way to 8, it was kind of like a rat race for who wants this.
So it's not going to be like that this year?
From 1 till 4 actually looks competitive.
And out of your 4, is Chicago in that 4?
Of course.
What the hell?
Mind you, Derrick Rose's knees got to be healthy in order for them to be in that top 4.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Because now he has the weapons as far as offense goes, so now there's no excuses.
Who they got?
Who they got?
Powell?
Yeah, they got Powell.
Who else?
They also got Doug McDermott. They also have Mirotic, who's actually a sniper from 3, which they rarely had.
Yeah.
And, of course, you have Jimmy Butler, who's going to be a defensive end on the wing.
He's still going to start, right?
I think so. Yeah. Possibly.
Where's Grandpa? Where are you at?
Grandpa? Who are you talking about?
Rip. He's not on the squad.
No, I don't think he's on the squad anymore. I don't think so.
Free agent.
Nah, man. I think he went to the Bloomingdale retirement home now.
No nursing home.
Right? All right. Final question. Will the Raptors win 50 games or more this year?
They came damn near close last year. 48, I believe, to be exact.
Yep. Franchise record.
I say why not, man? I would say the team only got better.
They did. They have Lou Williams coming off the bench.
Hey, as long as he's healthy, though.
True.
That's an important piece right
Very
there.
true.
Too, and he's just coming off of an ACL injury.
And I would say that this Raptors team has the most depth that I've seen in a long time.
And they got back, what's his name, from Memphis? James?
James Jones. Or James Johnson, I think is his name. Yeah. I didn't like him when he was first here. I thought he was trying to be the superstar, in my opinion. Like, he's doing like a lot of ill-advised things. Now he seems a little bit more mild-tempered, like he's more disciplined, and I feel like he's going to play his role.
True. He now understands his role, yeah. So they have the bench. I don't know if they have any extra slots. I don't know if they want to grab anyone else minute.
They have too many guys, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, there's a couple guys who I thought were going to get cut, but their depth chart is pretty nice. Like, they have, I would say, I'm not even just being biased because I'm a Raptors fan, but I think they have one of the best benches in the league right now, in my opinion. I'll put them in top 10 for sure.
Okay, top 10 is fair.
Yeah, because you have Grias Vasquez, who could play the 1 and the 2.
True.
Who averaged 9 assists at one point in time during his career.
True.
You have Lou Williams, when healthy, is like a Jamal Crawford in a sense.
Sorry?
Yes, I said it.
Oh, shit.
He's a
Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, he's like a Jamal. I'm not saying he's on the same level as him, but he plays like him.
All right, fair enough.
James Johnson, he could play the 2 and the 3 in my opinion. No, sorry, the 3 and the 4.
Yeah.
You have Pat Patterson, who's nice. He's nice. Yeah. He should be a starter, but
yeah.
I like where he's at right now. And then center, we don't really have that much depth at the center position, but it's whatever, though. That's almost like an extinct position anyway. Yes, those are all the questions for that game. Now, for the main game, I like to call this one, I'd quit the game.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it.
All right, Audric. Now, in an alternate universe, you are the player. You are the bachelor. You're living a single life. You are Reading Diamond Dozen Part 4, 5, and 6 at this point in time. But there comes a time where that Diamond Dozen series must end, and you must settle down with the wifey. And if you were to quit the game for one of these two women that I have handpicked, who would you quit it for? Would you quit the game for Nia Long?
Oh, wow.
Or Sanaa Lathan?
Oh, wow.
The people are waiting, Audric.
Nia.
Okay, that was not long at all, too. No pun intended. Nah, trust me, it's a tough one still. I would choose Nia Long in a heartbeat, especially after seeing her at the BET Awards.
She doesn't age, bro.
She doesn't!
She doesn't age.
Jesus. In fact, I think she looks better now than she did 20 years ago when she was doing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Really?
I think so.
Cocoa butter helps, man.
Guy, she is like Vino, man. Tastes better with age, man. That's what I'm saying right here. Anyways, we got a whole lot more to get to, ladies and gentlemen. Audric Rose is still in the building. And when we come back, we are going to do Trip Talk. All the topics or the latest topics in the week of hip hop. But before we get to that, we have more tunes to get to. Actually, this next tune, we're about to play from you. This one is called Time Flies. Before we get to it, what can you quickly tell us about it?
That's probably one of my favorite tracks on that project. Shout out to Francis Got Heat and Cena. It's a joint production.
Okay.
And we kind of messed up on the artwork, but we got that corrected, so don't even worry, my dude. So that's Francis Got Heat and Cena on the track. And it's just a real track. It's just about time really does fly. Before you know it, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're all over the place. And it's basically just saying keep doing what you do. And I worry about sleeping when I die. That's my message. I worry about sleeping when I die because there's so much to do and I'm going to get it. So,
all right, and that's what it is. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these messages. Stay tuned. Yeah. Worry about sleep when I die. That's definitely the Grinders anthem right there. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into CFRE Radio 91.9 FM. It's your man DM Cool. You're now tuned into Cool Radio. Welcome back to the show. We still got my man Audric Rose in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. And speaking of what we're talking about, we're about to get into the news and notes of this week in hip hop, which we like to call Trip Talk. So with that being said, let's get started.
Let's go.
First topic on the deck, Lupe Fiasco. He will finally be coming out with his new album.
Atlantic?
Huh?
Under Atlantic?
Under Atlantic, yes.
Okay.
Which is part of the story, actually.
Okay.
It's going to be entitled Tetsuo and Youth, which will be coming out January of 2015. And basically, that album has been shelved for the longest time. But due to an anonymous person who refers to himself as anonymous, basically, he had some sort of he or she had some sort of leverage to tell Atlantic that you guys should be putting out his album soon or else, which would implicate Atlantic as a record label, their staff executives, everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So Lupe has him or her to thank. So based on that, Audric, what do you think about that? Like, do you think this is some sort of a rumor? Do you think? I
think it's definitely a rumor.
Okay.
It's good to hear that his project's finally coming out because there's a small niche of people that do follow his style and type of music. So I'd give it a listen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, he did come out with the classic Food and Liquor, so, that's true. Why not, right? Next on the docket, man, we have Tyga of Young Money.
So he's going through some...
He's going through some stuff.
Shit.
Basically, he is saying how YMCMB is holding him back and how he wants off the label. Yeah. What is your take on that?
But no. He's only saying that because his album's been pushed back. Like, he should have released it a long time ago. So... go. I see that look in your eye. You don't like Tyga. So what's with his music? What don't you like?
To me, he's just one of those trend rappers that comes out with a banger because of the season that we're in or the trend that we're in.
And that's now over. So it's like, what now? What do you have to bring to the table? And he doesn't. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's an artist that's going to last longer than 5 years, in my opinion.
No. I agree with you in that aspect because, I mean, other than Rack City and Faded.
Yeah.
There weren't really any like.
Yeah, he doesn't have any long-lasting, timeless music. He just does the music because it's what's in. So basically, instead of standing out, he's a part of the herd, or he's a part of the stampede. He's not going the opposite direction. So I really don't have any sympathy for that guy. And being an artist on Young Money / Cash Money, you have to know that the way they do business is shady. Juvenile, Manny Fresh, BG, the list goes on. Like, you should know that Cash Money / Young Money and Bad Boy are the two labels that you as a young aspiring artist do not go to.
More so Bad Boy, but yeah, I hear you.
Especially Cash Money though. Like, how is it their turnover rate in terms of artists is disgustingly huge. And like, whenever an artist leaves that label, they don't leave on good terms. That's what I'm saying to Drake right now. If you're listening, please just leave. If you are done your contractual obligations, leave. Go start off with OVO sound and just start fresh from there, man.
Start fresh.
That's all you need to do, man.
So are they eventually going to put this album out? I heard him tweet and threaten to say, I'm just going to put it out for free because...
a lot of artists say that, but like, are they going to do that? Because if they do, then they're losing out on money, right?
Exactly.
But then again, they can regain that money from tours and everything. But that all depends on their contract. Like, does a portion of their tour money go to the label? So we don't know what his...
We don't know his legalities.
Exactly. We don't know it. But I don't see them putting that anytime soon, especially if he's going to blast them on the internet like that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a sticky situation, but we'll see how it unfolds.
What's the name of the album anyways?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I don't fucking know.
Ratchet Shit Part 3. I don't know. Like, shoot, how the hell should I know? I don't keep up with him.
Oh, man.
This guy looks like a shaved rat for all I care, man.
You're roasted now. Leave the man alone.
Nah, man. He looks like Master Splinter if he didn't jump into the ooze, man. Like, shoot. Anyways, man. Third and final topic of Trip Talk, man. The latest and greatest beef that's happening in hip-hop right now, man.
God.
Snoop Doggy Dogg versus Iggy Azalea. For whatever reason or another, Snoop has chosen to handpick Iggy Azalea as his target of choice.
Why her?
You know what? She's been the piñata for like the last couple of months. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know why for sure, but I have like my
the white chick memes.
Yeah, there's white chick memes. I mean, there's even that one meme of Snoop posting of her saying how this is how she looks like without makeup, and it's showing an albino girl with the face of an elephant and braids going back to like her mid head top. And
I remember that. I seen that this morning.
Yeah. And Iggy's talking about,
that's disrespectful.
He just kept on going in. Iggy said, "You're a cool dude in person. Why are you being such an asshole for?" He just kept going in and in until T.I. actually eventually said, "Hey, like, leave my girl, well, not my girl, but like leave the homie alone," kind of thing.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Wow. Where was this?
Twitter.
Wow.
And then even as we were saying during the break, Nick Young, aka Swaggy P, basically said, "Hey, like, stop dissing my girl," and he's dissing him. He's like, "Oh, OGs these days are tripping, blah 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 blah." What's your take on this, as a whole?
Well, I feel there has to be a reason Snoop's taking shots, or is he just having fun on his couch, just chilling?
I think he's just having fun, to be honest. Because
just pick on somebody.
Prior to that, like, there's no history between them. I know Nicki and Iggy have not a history, but like, you can see why there's tension between the two.
Is he gearing to drop an album? Is this like publicity for an album? Is he trying to get? Snoop doesn't need to do that though.
Yeah, and like Snoop can like retire, quote unquote, today, and like his legacy would be long standing.
Yeah, and if he's gonna drop an album, he doesn't need to stunt like that. You just call up Pharrell, say, "Yo, let's make an album," boom,
right?
So, hey, maybe he's just picking fun. He just spin the bottle. Let's just pick her. Mm-hmm. But I find that's kind of lame still.
Yeah, man. I mean, like on a new Jack, especially. Like, I don't know, man. I think he's just
take a shot at another rapper, or like an athlete or somebody,
Yeah, like take a shot at like a really really like crappy rapper. Like me personally, I've never actually heard Iggy's music, so I can't.
Same.
Yeah. So like make fun of like Young Thug or like this Bobby Shmurda boy or something like that. Like,
somebody,
yeah. Anyways, enough of all that. It's time for some throwback Thursday joints. So let's play that drop real quick. That's right. Time to get old school with it, people. You already know how we roll. Hit me up at GM_cool if you want me to play a particular old school track that you have in mind.
Tweet that.
Exactly. Now, I recently found My American Gangster album from Jay-Z, and I happen to find it as one of my top favorite Jay-Z albums. Like, I would put it anywhere between 3 and 5 as far as Jay-Z albums are concerned. And a lot of people have a problem with that album. I don't know why, but I think it's his best album post Black Album. So post Black Album, you had what's it called, Kingdom Come. Then you had American Gangster. Then you had Blueprint 3.
Yeah.
And then you had Magna Carta Holy Grail.
Was this that was
the latest one, the one that came out last year, I think.
Yeah, what was prior to that? Blueprint?
Blueprint 3, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was like 2009 or something.
Yes, it was, yeah. That album had a good soundscape to it, but it felt like a collection of singles, if you know what I mean. Just like wasn't
Blueprint
like a whole
3, right?
Yeah, it wasn't like a whole lot of story to it. It's just like, this is a hot beat, I'm gonna rap over it. This is a hot beat, I'm gonna rap over it.
I agree. I almost feel like some of the songs weren't even for that project. Like I think it's track 5 or 6 with Jeezy, As Real As It Gets.
You know what? That
sounds like a track for Jeezy featuring Jay.
That was actually one of my favorite tracks on that album.
The track was crazy.
Yeah, and I'm not even a huge Jeezy fan too, but like it was one of my favorite
You don't
tracks
like
on
Jeezy?
I don't not like Jeezy, but like I'm not like a huge fan. It's like he's hit or miss for me in my opinion. Like,
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
His last album was Miss. I'm sorry.
Oh really?
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
This is wow from a Jeezy fan too. Dang,
I'm sorry.
It's that hard out here in the streets for Jeezy right now. Anyways, enough of Jeezy. Let's go to Jay-Z. This is track 7, I believe, on American Gangster. This is my favorite track on the album. It features Pharrell. It's called I Know. Boy, we're about to get into that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with the Wankster of the Week following this. Keep it locked. This is Cool Radio. Yeah.
It's your man, Chris Got Rock.
What's up, my family? It's Maliki and Sweet Senorita.
It's your boy, Dirty German. This is all mails from the critics. I just finished my interview at C.O.O.L Radio, and I'm just letting you guys know that you guys need to tune in every Thursday at 8 p.m. because this place is wild.
Of course! Don't touch that dial.
You miss your diss, you understand? You locked.
Welcome back, people. You're now tuned into CFRV 91.9 FM. It's your man, DM Cool. And you're now tuned into Cool Radio. We're still in the building. We got my man, Audric Rose here.
Still in the building.
Absolutely. And before we get to Wankster of the Week, I just want to shout out to one of our Canadian brothers. He goes by the name of Tory Lanez. Billboard just tweeted him right now. So you already know that's a good look right there in itself. So congrats to Tory Lanez on that. Tory Lanez on that, and all future success to him, most definitely. Now, it's about time where we get into the ratchetness that happened in the week of hip-hop. It's time to crucify the coons and to rectify the ratchetness and everything and all that good stuff. I'm talking about Wankster of the Week. Let's drop that real quick. Now, this week's Wankster of the Week, this one is a bit different, actually. Instead of just one person, this is going to a collective conglomerate. All right? This is going to be a mass Wankster of the Week, if you will.
Like a community.
A community. It's going to be like a bloodbath. It's going to be a slaughter like no other.
Who you got?
This week's Wankster of the Week goes to BET for their shit show of an award show that they called the BET Hip Hop Awards. All right?
Shit.
This was going to be a topic on Trip Talk, but no. I couldn't find anything that was equally as bad as this award show that happened to any single individual in the week of hip hop, but this has to be it. I mean, don't ask me why, but I was looking forward to it.
What?
As I am,
Come on, man.
Just me being a general fan of hip hop, like I like to see these things.
I agree too, but I didn't even know it was on.
I know. And I didn't know it was on until I found out the week before that it was coming on because I was flipping through the channels.
I still didn't know. I happened to go on Twitter and I'm not on Twitter as much as I should be. Shout out to Twitter. Follow me at
Wow.
But I was checking Twitter. I was tweeting some shit and I just see Murder Mook. Oh shit, murder. I'll let you continue, but that's what led me to know that the show was even on.
Fair enough. Now, the reason why I'm giving it the Wankster is because this award show was pretty much a coming out party for every popular rapper in Atlanta who has like a strip club single out, and then maybe like the odd 1 or 2 rappers who have a dope single that was produced by a popular producer or something like that. I mean, the lack of variety and diversity among the artists was poor. I mean, you had like all these, it looked like a collective of future one-hit wonders, all right? You had Young Thug, you had Bobby Shmurda, you had Ty Dolla $ign, who's completely whack, I'm sorry. You had YG, you had butterscotch duct tape. I don't know half of these rappers' names, but like they're all terrible. And like I don't like the way they hold the mics and just like cuffing the whole phone part of it together because we can't hear you. You already have a southern drawl to you. You might as well hold the mic clearly so we can hear what you're saying. There's that, and the fact that there were even like some rappers who were in attendance who weren't performing that I thought should have been performing. Big Crit was in the audience. Why the hell was he not performing? You couldn't get Kendrick. You couldn't get J. Cole. Drake. I know Drake never comes, but at least Nicki or something like that. Like get some credible rappers to perform that day. You know what it was? It was like they couldn't get the Dream Team, so they had to settle for like college players and stuff like that to represent the USA or something like that. It was really crap.
Do you think it was maybe a budget thing?
I don't think it was a budget thing. I don't think it was a budget thing at all.
You think if they wanted those guys, they could have got them?
Yes. I just think that they were lazy. And being that the BET Awards were in Atlanta, I feel like they're trying to cater to that Atlanta home crowd that much more. The only silver lining that I will...
Where was it last year?
I think it's always been in Atlanta, to be honest.
I don't know. But anyways, tweet us if you know. Keep going.
Yes. So the only silver lining in this award show were performances from Common, who was doing a Mike Brown tribute.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah. Was that good?
It was good. It was good. I liked it. Dougie Fresh, who got the Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay. And he did a nice performance, a little beatboxing performance with Snoop Dogg. Ooh. And they're performing La Di Da Di, which is really dope. Nice. And then a rendition of I Want to Be Down featuring Brandy, Yo-Yo, Queen Latifah, and MC Lyte. So basically, the old school heads were the ones carrying the ship afloat the entire night. Okay. Snoop Dogg was hosting. He saved it with his humor and his hilarity, thank God. And then what they did differently, actually, which is kind of cool, was that for the ciphers, they had a live cipher on stage, and that was the final cipher of the evening, and it included battle rappers. So you had Murda Mook, you had Arsenal, you had Calico. I can't remember who the fourth one was.
It was a female.
Was it a female? Yeah. It was a female. Yes, you're right. Anyways, they killed it. That was probably the best cipher of the night as far as like a collective.
How many were there?
There's how many? There's like 7 or 8. Like,
so who else ciphered?
See, that's the thing too, man. I wasn't even that crazy about the ciphers either. Like usually the ciphers are like a saving grace for the show, but it really wasn't, man. There's only
the other ones were not.
As a collective, no. There's a few people who stood out in the cipher. Like Pat Poose and Remy Ma had a cipher where there was like 3 other people in it. Actually, Sharon from Ottawa, Ontario was in that as well too, which she should have been in last year. So BET, you got that right for a change, thank God. But they had a nice little exchange. You know how like Jada Kiss and Styles P kind of do their back and forth thing? Yeah, they had that going too, which is pretty cool. You know, seeing man and wife do that. There was this one girl named Snow the Product. She was dope. She sounds better than Nicki, in my opinion, if you ask me.
Shit.
She was actually pretty dope.
What's the name?
Snow the Product.
I have to check that out.
She was pretty dope. I'll give her credit on that one. Then you had, who else do you have? You had Logic. He was pretty dope. And then after that, everyone was either just like average or not good. And Ty Dolla $ign has no place being in a cipher. He was literally singing in the cipher.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, why? Why? Rap, dog, rap. Even Estelle was rapping in her cipher. Even Chris Brown was rapping in the cipher when he was in it 5 years ago, or 6 years ago, rather. Nah, man, this was just, as a collective, this is the worst hip-hop show I've ever seen from BET, and that just goes to show that they are failing as a network. I feel like their changeover rate in terms of, like, viewers, it's they always want to stick to, like, that 14 to maybe, like, 21, 22 demographic who just wants to see ratchetness and drama. That's just my opinion. Black Evil is literally,
but that's not going to get you views. If you say they have the finances to get these big dogs, pay the money, get the big dogs. You see what the views were like last year. You don't want another disappointment like that. Do what you got to do to, you know.
But they're being cheap. That's all I'm saying. They're being cheap.
Well, you think it's a budget thing. You don't think it's a budget thing. I think I don't know, man.
I think they're being cheap because for 7 years now, no, 8 years, because it's been on for 8 years now. Okay. The first 7 years, they've had like noteworthy people on the show, whether it be performing on stage or if it was a cipher. Like they had Nas perform on stage. They've had Common perform on stage. They've had Eminem perform on stage. Like they've had a lot of people perform. And as far as that's concerned, as far as the cipher is concerned, look how many ciphers they've had with big names. Kanye West was in a cipher with his own crew. Yeah. You had Rick Ross in a cipher with MMG. Like you've had a lot of people, a lot of big name people in hip hop come through. Yeah. And this year they're just like, we're not going to spend the money this year. We're just going to go for who has the hottest record in Atlanta right now. It was just stupid, man. So I shouldn't be surprised this being from BET's nature, but at least come through for that. Like, I only watch BET twice a year. Like, at least make one of the times a year the time where I want to watch it. And you couldn't even do that for me. I will never get back those 2 hours of my life ever again. And for that, I give you guys the Wankster of the Week. It's real, man. Yeah, damn you, BET, black evil television. Do you deserve the Wankster of the Week? Of course. Let me drop that real quick, man. Let me drop that dub before I start cussing some more because my blood pressure is going really high right now. Let me drop that one more time real quick for you guys, man. I'm just so disturbed right now.
Say you a wankster, and you need to stop fronting.
Nonsense.
Oh, shit. Well, we'll see what they bring next year.
Well, you can tell me about it because I ain't watching that shit. F that.
I won't be watching either.
F that, man. Audric, what you got coming in the future, man?
We got a movie coming. Ooh, no.
I was like, what? You didn't debrief me.
We got movies. We got batteries. We got we got some music videos coming real soon.
Okay.
A cover music video and some new content, some stuff that's not even on 25. We're gonna shoot a couple videos for 25.
Okay.
26 coming soon. No, I'm just playing.
Can't keep teasing me, man.
We got another project coming out either at the end of this year or the top of next year. So music's on its way for sure. Music and some visuals for the people to actually see and to get connected.
Right.
And we got the clothes, man. Oh my God! We got the Audric Rose line. We got hoodies and toques. We got that coming for the winter. So
okay. The winter collection's coming soon. Then
you can place your orders audricroseinfo@gmail.com.
That's what's up, man. With that being said, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me yet again. Shout out to Saga City. Shout out to everybody who's listening. Hit me up on the Twitter, on the IG, everywhere at Audric Rose. That's AUDRIC Rose ROSC.
Absolutely. And you can hit me up. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. You're welcome anytime. You already know that. And you can come through and holler at me anytime on Twitter at DM_cool or at cool_radio. Thank you again for tuning in. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys next week. Once again, it's your man, DM Cool. And we out of here. Keep it gravy and wavy. Peace.